What is up, everybody? Sorcery is a Roblox JJK inspired game and has been out before, but since has switched developers and undergone a revamp. And after playing this game for only 2 hours and then unfortunately it shut down, it feels much better than the last time it was open a few months ago. If you didn't know, the game is 400 Robux, but it will be free on the 25th till the 2nd. So a lot of people and you can get a week if you want to try it out before you have to pay for it. I'm going to try and show everything the game has to offer and what progression is like, and that way you can decide whether you want to play it or not. So character creation is bare than most of their games. Your face is random, but you keep your current hair on your avatar and pick your colors. So if you're like a character creation fiend, sorry. As for your curse technique and domain expansion, it's random, but you can change these later without Robux. Currently, the game has Limitless, Shrine, Idle Transfig, Mythical Beast Amber, Disaster Flames, Mimicry, Blood Manipulation, Golden Ratio, Curse Speech, Boogie Woogie, and Projection Sorcery. So pretty good choose there. For domains, we got Infinite Void, Shrine, Unequivocal Love, Idle Death Gamble, Chimera Shadow Garden, and Coffin of the Iron Mountain. So pretty good too. Once you load in, there is a tutorial, which is always good, but it's definitely not finished. It never teaches you or how that you can wall run, which I 100% pay for later on, and you will too if you don't figure it out. Besides that though, it does teach you how to fight, which the game's combat revolves around a parry system with not a lot of stun, so if you're more accustomed to Battlegrounds games with your half HP combos, those don't really exist here. After the tutorial though, you wake up in the main hub, and I chose Sorcerer. I assume curse progression is very similar, just in a different hub. There's a few NPCs though that will help you, that you should know what they do. There's the bank NPC to store items up to 4, the shorty to upgrade your skills, the merchant to sell items, Mahito to reroll your curse technique, don't ask why he's here. You can also get some drip too, that's right next to him. Shoko will heal your injuries, and the protagonist who acts as a guide for new players, but you won't need him because I'm here. Lastly, there's a mat in the shrine that'll let you see your level and let you invest skill points to certain trees to get new skills. Now, once you are accustomed with all that bullshit, you can now go to 2 areas, either the missions or the open world. The open world puts you on a train and takes you to Shibuya. It is a pretty cool animation, and I'm not gonna lie, it's just PvP though. There's also the Culling games, but you need to be level 99 to participate. I'll touch on that later, but it is pretty cool. So stay away from this area until you're level 99. I didn't find anything worthwhile here. Missions are your main form of progression, but there are 4 mission types: either kill curses, save hostages, cursed object, and execution. Cursed object requires you to find a cursed object using your cursed energy sense and keep maintaining it for about 2 minutes. Execution makes you invade a player of the opposing faction with the quest to kill them. The matchmaking here is usually fair, with players being of similar rank, but also this does mean while you're doing any mission that you can be invaded by a player as well, which definitely happened to me a few times, and I definitely got my shit rocked, but it's all good. You can only be invaded once per mission, and if you manage to beat your invader, you get more XP and you get a free item drop on top of the drops from the mission itself, so you get two drops of items. So I think this mechanic is pretty great. I didn't have any friends with me though, so I didn't get the check that, you know, if you have like more people in your party, you will get more invaders, but I'd assume that is how it is. I should also note during all of these mission types that the AI in this game is not easy at all, in my opinion. They can parry you, and they will parry you pretty consistently, and they have their own moves too that will fuck you up. They have like heavy attacks that have delays and hyper armor heavy attacks, so yeah, you definitely have to get adjusted for sure. You match this with being invaded at any level, early game is definitely a struggle, especially without friends to help you out. This is pretty much the cycle, doing missions and leveling up till you can enter the dream world. The dream world is a mechanic to unlock your curse technique, which you're required to do. If you're lucky, after a mission you will get sleep medicine, which will forcefully take you to the dream world if you're level 25 or above. If not, you need to be level 50, and there's a chance that you will be taken there once you finish a mission or die during one. The first area requires you to listen for a glimmering sound and follow it until you find your soul. Talk to it and embrace it, and now it's the bullshit part. If you die, you will be kicked out, and you have to get lucky again to come back. This part is purely parkour, but to add pain to injury, your character will get disoriented every 20 seconds, which completely stuns you. It can happen while you're jumping, climbing, anything. I actually wasn't able to finish the obby, but I can tell you, once you complete it, only have to complete it once, you unlock your curse technique in your skill tree permanently, and then you could just, you know, get your curse technique. I say once as well because it used to not be like this in the old version of the game. You had to do this 3 times, but it also wasn't parkour. You got jumped by cursed spirits and you had to beat them, and like I said earlier, the AI in this game are crazy, so there's that. After this, you're able to go past level 50 and get curse technique skills. Your next quote-unquote progression, big progression, is at level 99. So do you remember the culling games I was talking about earlier? Once you hit level 99, now you can actually participate in the culling games, and there are a few benefits to actually doing so. So if you actually survive the culling games by completing it, you unlock reverse curse technique, which obviously, besides just being able to heal yourself in the middle of a fight, the sorcery actually added a dismembered limbs mechanic to the game, where if you take enough damage, or maybe you get hit by a cleave or some type of skill, one of your arms will just be cut off, and you'll lose access to a few of your skills, and your M1 chain could be slightly hindered, obviously because you don't have an arm. So obviously RCT can combat this by completely regenerating a limb in the middle of a fight. Besides that, the main reason you would also probably want to do the culling games is because it's the only way to get past level 99, as once you hit level 99, you won't be able to progress further. So to partake in the culling games, it requires at least 8 players to play, and you need to go to Shibuya. Once you have 8 players, you'll be placed in a 40-minute FFA, and every time someone dies or is killed, the timer does get reduced by 5 minutes, so hopefully you're not in there for straight 40 minutes. But all you need is 1 kill or more, and you'll be able to leave, you'll be able to extract and leave, successfully surviving the games. So that does obviously mean that if you die, you fail, or if the timer runs out and you didn't kill anybody, you can't leave, so you also fail. It does say that if you do die or fail, you won't be able to re-enter the culling games for a longer period of time. So there's a cooldown to it. I'm sure there'll be some crazy jumpings or 4v4 since it's 8 players, right? And you only need 1 kill to leave, but I do think 8 people is chaotic enough, but it definitely would have been cool if we had a lot more players. In the older version of the game, we did also have the culling games. It was completely different than this though. There was no real incentive to it. You just kind of played it if you wanted to play it, but it was pretty dead since there was no incentive to do it. Now there's incentive to it, and I really think this kind of makes the game a little bit more fresh and adds a unique progression to the game. So I really hope to see people playing that, and I really want to get into it myself. You used to be able to obtain your domain expansion in the older version by playing ranked. I think it was like 5, 10, or 15 matches. You had to win a ranked to unlock your domain and be able to use it. But this time around, that's just not a thing. Ranked isn't a thing, so you just can't get your domain right now. Same thing with Heavenly Restriction as well. That used to be in the game too, but it is just unobtainable right now. You can't get the items to do it, and Toji is not even an NPC in the map anywhere, not that I saw. They definitely will return, maybe just need like a balance change, or the dev is thinking of some way to implement them better into the game. I don't want to yap too much more, so I hope I see you in game. I'll leave the Trello with all the info in the description, and the Discord server for Sorcery as well. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you all later.